So being an empty nester, what worries me is not having planned that next chapter, not having, okay, wait a minute, and not being ready for it. So that worries me a little bit. And what excites me is I got a lot of life to live yet. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity for my wife and I now to say, you know what, we have to define the next chapter. I grew up in a small town of 13,000 people called New Ulm, Minnesota. I was the son of a World War II veteran named Lester, and he was on the USS Boise, and he and my mom were married for 61 years. So you got me already. So my parents were small town folk, and they had values that they lived by. Here's what I learned from my parents. They walk their talk. You know, in a world of a lot of spin, a lot of opinion, a lot of twisting the truth, they didn't do that. They walked their talk. The thing about my mom is that she was awesome, and she always saw the best in someone. You know what I mean? She could see someone come through a door, and they could have physical flaws, emotional flaws, personality flaws, and she would look for the positive trait. Oh, what a great smile you have. Great lady. Break. So I was, sports was always like, there's always a through line of sports with me growing up. And the reason it's a through line of sports with me and my kids is I was a good athlete, but it's all relative. I wasn't good in the big picture, you know? So when my kids started growing up here in Pennsylvania, sports was something, because I had two boys, because Amy and I had two boys, you know, we wanted them to get involved. We didn't push them, well, maybe we did, I don't know.
When I was a little kid, my dad and my mom just putting the ball in my hands. And then it grew further, you know, as I got older. I always followed my older brother. I was always, you know, doing whatever he was doing. You know, for a while we just skateboarded, you know, and I was always just trying to copy him and do whatever he was doing, you know.
They started playing Pop Warner football, Little League baseball, and then basketball, the classic sports. They played those, and it started pretty young. Hundreds and hundreds of games that we went to. Looking back now, first of all, it just went by in a flash. And I'm not the first person to ever have said this, you know, no genius comment there. It happens to a lot of dads, but it went by like that. But, you know, it wasn't, is he batting 450 or did he win the game? Although at times that was important, it was. I was that guy in the sideline. Come on, JD, come on, JD. You know, I was that guy, no doubt about it. Sorry to all other parents who had to listen to me. But it was more like the ride up, you know, the small talk. How you doing? What's going on? Think of asking her out? Really? You know, that kind of stuff. How's school really going? Or watching them interact with other kids. Watching them interact with their coach. Are they showing respect for their coach? Watching them step up in really intense, high pressure situations. I'm just really grateful that they had that experience, and B, even more important, that with this crazy job that I have, working midnight and in the afternoon and weekends, that I was able to be there for so many of those games, that my wife Amy was able to be there for so many of these games. And she was the team mom and worked the snack bar and did all those things that made it a family experience. For a while there, you know, I couldn't be at all of them. Well, it's Saturday night. We're getting together. It's a team dinner. Well, Daddy's got to go into work, you know? And that's been the biggest, in the last like few weeks, that's been the biggest, in the last few weeks, that's been the biggest surprise, is that kind of realization that, you know, they just put their cleats on for the first time and now they're done. You know, that speed at which that happens, and again, I'm not the first person who's gone through that. The speed at which that has happened is kind of shocking. It's not going to be the big things that I'm going to miss. It's not going to be the big game. It's not going to be yelling on the sidelines. It's not going to be the graduation, the prom pictures. It's not going to be that. It's going to be the little moments. That's what it's going to be. The little everyday moments. Checking in with them and yelling at them when they cannot stop from wrestling and annoying the hell out of each other. It's going to be that. And we've now, you know, they've grown and we've grown as a family where we have these, you know, real discussions as adults now. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that? On everything from sports to politics to family to marriage and all of these things. And those conversations, they're going to continue when they come back. But yeah, on a day-to-day basis, it's the little things. You know, hopefully along with teaching them how to ride a bike and teaching them how to maybe study a little bit here and there, hopefully we instilled the values that our parents gave us. I hope that they will have kids someday and give them the values, pass them on, that our parents gave us, and hopefully we gave them. Hopefully they'll keep this thing going and continue to be the great guys that they are. We're really proud of them. For the new parent, I would say take time and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey. Find the joy in the journey. It's a lot of challenges, but you know what? It's worth every single moment. It's the greatest experience of my life, no doubt. And I've done a lot of stuff. Jumped out of a lot of planes, climbed a lot of mountains, and was on TV. Who cares? Being a dad was the best. I think that it's one of those things that I think you kind of have, like we haven't gone through it yet. Like we're not sure. We're really not sure. This becomes for a lot of people, you know, this empty nest thing. This is uncharted territory, you know? And it's just like, that's what keeps coming back for me. This business of life's happening so quickly that all of a sudden you lose your dad. Whoa, am I ready for that? You're not ready for that. And last February, you lose your mom. Am I ready for that? No, even though she's been in a nursing home for a long time, you're still not ready for it. And so I think you can plan for a lot of these things, and yet we're not ready. We're not ready.
What do you think they're going to do all day now?
I have no idea. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe just sit around. Like, I don't know. They committed to us so much. Like, they were just 100% involved. So I don't know what they're going to do now. They might be bored for a little bit, but they'll find out. They'll find their interest or find their passion. It'll all work out.